You might be an awesome, amazing person and still not be dating material.
That part.
And in today's swipe left, balloon pop culture, people not judging you for your character, who you really are. They judge you off the first picture they come across. So tonight, we taking a look at the uncomfortable question: are you actually dateable? Now, in terms of marriage, what are we talking about? Are you actually dateable? Right? So don't go nowhere. About to get into this conversation. What's up, good people? Welcome back to Man Talk Mondays. I'm Derek, the Thought Engineer, here with my man, comedian John Yogi.
What it do, good people out there? I want to start the show by saying we want to thank everybody for coming out to the event we went to. We were at hosted on this weekend over in Richardson, over
Texas.
At the Mad Hatters Bar.
Mad Hatter,
Had an awesome time.
Great time, great people.
Met some really nice people over there, man. Had a really good time. Got a chance to make some new fans and and it was some crazy
out there representing.
Yes,
Man Talk Mondays. That's the Black History Mixer. Shout out to Mr. Terrence Wright, organizer of the event. Appreciate you for having us to come through, man. We definitely enjoyed it.
Had a great time.
So hopefully everybody else did. Are you actually dating material? Dating for marriage in a swipe left world. Everybody swiping left.
Everybody's swiping left.
Before we get into it, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. We want you to do all that stuff. Make sure you do all that. Like, share, subscribe. So here's the thing. Being overlooked might seem unfair, but being unprepared is a whole different ball game.
Something completely different.
Different. Right? So let me just say this. This is not your red pill content. We're not finna get into the whole, toxic blaming and all that type of stuff. It's not what we're doing. We want to actually talk about dating for marriage. We ain't talking about hooking up, right? Not the hookup culture. That we talking about people who actually go out looking for somebody to be with for real. For real. Not somebody just to pass the time, I'll say.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm like, okay, what can I say about this?
Because you got a lot of hooking up going on.
There's a lot of people, a lot of sexing going on.
Yeah.
A lot of draws dropped. A lot of draws dropped. A lot of huffing and puffing.
What did you used to say?
I said, brother, ain't no text.
What in the blender? What do you say?
Oh, a lot of people being put in the blender.
Oh, you put it in the blender.
Draws being tore up these days. And so, and rather than that, and if you want something more out of a relationship than just that, this is what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because the problem with letting your draws get tore up in the blender, when you reach to put them back on, two things, they tore up. And the second thing is you normally don't ever hear from the person no more that tore them up.
Yeah. Or you miss out on an opportunity with somebody who probably wants something solid because you out there just
and you can't get a draws up. Around. You can't get a draws up early.
Nah, bro.
And try to take it back for a relationship because that's not working.
I remember seeing the video. Nia Long. Everybody know Nia Long.
Everybody know Nia.
Nia
still look good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nia was one of them chicks.
Yes.
And so she met Chris Rock one time. Now they on a talk show.
True story now.
True story. Okay. They're on a talk show and Nia Long is sitting there with Chris Rock and the person that's interviewing them. And Nia Long makes this comment that Chris Rock ghosted her. He ghosted her. They met and he ghosted her. And what she said was, she asked him, Why did you ghost me?
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody. He said, when we first met.
Wait. Before you get to that.
Okay.
Neil Long is thinking, I'm sure. Chris, you not the most handsome gentleman I've ever seen. And she is looking at herself saying, I know you wanted to get with somebody like me. And you had the opportunity to, and you didn't. Why?
Well, let me say this. Chris might not be the most handsome guy,
but he rich.
But Chris White famous.
Yes.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Chris in multiple circles when it comes to fame. So she knew Chris had that status, but he had nothing else.
Yes.
So she brings it up in front of the interview, in front of the world. Chris, why did you ghost me? Chris says, when we first talked that first time, do you remember what you told me? And she was like, what? What did I tell you? He said, are you single? She says, yeah, but I know where to get some good D if I want it.
So
Chris Rock did not call her after that.
Why would you brag about, I know where I can go be a hoe at?
Oh.
Because that's all you doing.
Nia?
I know where I can go be a hoe. I can go drop draws over here, and ain't gonna be no expectation. It's just gonna be huffing and puffing, and I'm get up out of there. No expectation from him, no expectation from me. Yeah. Why would you tell a guy that you potentially want to date, you still in your hoe phase?
Listen, and this is something for those people who say they dating for marriage. You can't go out on a date with one dude and then have another dude come tighten you up. You can't do that.
No.
If you're going to date for focus on that person. Focus on that person and control yourself. Golly. Control yourself. But when we're talking about dating for marriage, are you actually dating material? Being good doesn't guarantee you're going to be chosen. You can be good.
You can be good.
But that is no guarantee that you're going to actually get chosen.
See, okay, now, I haven't looked at the notes. I haven't looked at the
I'm with you.
So I'm hoping I'm not running out of turn.
I'm with you.
But the problem with trying to pick and choose whether or not you're going to be dateable or marriage material, I believe is, you just gotta act like a lady.
Oh.
You gotta be responsible, and you gotta carry yourself in such a way to where when it's time for the draft. Your number will be called. Because make me understand this. And I called D with this last night. Everybody out in these streets get married. So we trying to figure out why you not.
Yeah, there people getting married out here. There people getting married. So if marriage is passing you by, you gotta start to ask some questions.
I'm gonna do you one better.
What you got?
I'm doing too much. I'm telling you, I'm doing too much.
You doing too okay?
I don't do too much. It's too late. I'm already gonna sign off on this one. I know somebody that has been married at least 4 times.
4 times
in the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh,
so you telling me she was able to do a back to back to back to back, and you can't do 1 time?
Yeah, or even 2.
Is her picker broke, or is yours just too stern? Because if people out here getting married like that, every time she run up, she getting done up. Make me understand how she, and it does not matter about looks. As much as I want to make this about look, it's not about look. I just believe it's about how you carry yourself, and having self-control.
Okay. But we're gonna be fair. We're gonna start with the guys. I know everybody think we finna come bash women and stuff. We gotta take a look at the guys real quick. Because honestly, guys have it hard these days.
Guys
got it hard these days because you dealing with apps and stuff like that.
Yes.
You dealing with apps. You
gotta get past that part.
Right. And dating apps reward presentation.
Yes.
Not your potential.
Photogenic. But now we can't use filters and stuff like women be using on theirs, or ours don't work the same?
That's a good question. I never asked a woman, if you see a man with a filter, what you think about it?
Because filters on phones. Ain't they on phones?
Man, this how bad it is. Filters are so bad. And like I said, we're not focusing on women so much right now, but some people think that's what they look like. And it's actually causing people to have things like body dysmorphia and stuff like that, those actually real like mental issues, because they know they don't look like what that filter looks like.
Okay, I don't want to be that guy, but you said body
dysmorphia.
Dysmorphia, that's when you look at your body and you say, ooh.
Yeah, right. You constantly negatively judging yourself and judging your body, and it causes you constantly doing things to yourself, and people will start hurting themselves trying to reach this beauty that mentally they can't get to because they never see themselves in the way they really should.
Anybody after 25, 26, I dare say you can look in the mirror and be like, man, I remember when I was that age, I really had it going. Everything was where it was supposed to be.
Amen.
But as we get older, that one of the things we have to accept is we're not young anymore. You can't.
You right. Oh my goodness. You can't find a used car that's been driven that don't have something wrong with it.
Okay. Oh.
So the chances of you getting to 40 with no issues, come on. Let's be real. But the dating apps are the first impressions. We living in the first impression economy.
Yeah.
Right. So the only thing these people have to go off of is this picture and a profile. I mean, this profile picture and a description. And you trying to look a certain way to people because you try to get them to swipe right and they swiping left on you.
Yeah, because they're looking for tall, dark, and handsome on the pictures.
Yep. People making assumptions about how much money you got by what you present on that picture.
Oh my God. By the way you dress.
Right.
By your suit, by your shoes, by your hair.
Right. And you trying to, put your best foot forward, but is it a real good representation of you, either positively or negatively? Because your picture might not be the best, but you could be a real solid person. But because that's the thing that's out here representing you, you struggling. So good men are competing with highlight reels.
Wow.
And if you ever notice the highlight reel, they ain't showing the shots you missed. They ain't showing.
Let me make y'all understand the highlight reel, just in case you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a football game, watching the game. I later saw the highlight reel from the football game, and I didn't even know it was the same game.
Yeah.
Because the game was, I want to say it's an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
They put the best clip of about a minute on there. Think about that.
Yeah.
The game is an hour long, and they took a minute of the best things about them and put it in the clip of about a minute long.
This is how entertaining highlight reels are. There's a whole network dedicated to it. ESPN. They got shows dedicated to nothing but highlights. And what we're saying is people get so wrapped up in the highlights, especially with social media. People are showing you the highlights on social media. They're not showing you who they really are. And so you trying to compete against that.
But is it supposed to be okay? What's popping in my head is I think it's supposed to be a highlight reel, but I think what it's just supposed to do is be able to get them in the door to where they actually can show themselves, you actually get to meet the person, but it's not doing that.
I said, how hard is it to get into that door though? Think about the movie Hitch.
Yeah.
The whole premise of his job was to get you beyond that first impression so that the woman could see that this guy was actually a good guy.
Because the truth about it, she never would have married that heavyset guy. Who she was, as rich as she was, she got too many choices. She would have never married him. And I think to that point, I think a lot of people are making those kind of mistakes.
Yeah.
They're looking at people and they natural features and they eliminate them because he's not tall enough. Or he got what somebody say? Oh, he got a gut. Well, you got a gut.
Right.
What we doing? What we doing? Y'all work out together. But we're eliminating people for reasons that I believe we shouldn't be eliminating them for. You're not giving them a chance.
So which begs the question, do we need more organic places to meet for people to actually meet? More organic ways? Do you need to get down to the church house? Or do you need to go join some organization where there's, go bowling or do something where there's people, And I'm not talking about the club either, because it'd be a lot of foolishness that go on there too. But places where you can actually interact with people and get to know them beyond the first impression.
Yeah, I agree.
Because everybody don't show up well in the beginning. Not everybody does. It doesn't mean that they're not marriage material or they're a good person.
Everybody want to be graded on the curve.
Oh yeah,
but they don't want to be graded on the curve.
Yeah. It's like when people focus on the wedding instead of the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You can have this $500,000 wedding and the marriage don't last but a year or two. Because where you needed to put the work in, you need to put the investment in, you didn't put it there.
It's funny because I'm the one that says we need your picker broke. I'm the first one to say your picker was broke. Your picker was broke.
Mm-hmm.
But I think your picker might need some adjusting. Mm-hmm. I think we might be picking. I think about people that's been rocking with the show as long as we've been on.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to call names, but I'm thinking about what's the girl in But I got everybody saying, don't you do it. But
production says no.
I'm thinking about people, and I'm saying, and I see them.
Mm-hmm.
When I see them, I think one of them ran up on me. I got to stop there because I'll be about to get jumped on. One of them ran up on me, and I thought, and when I saw, I remember thinking, wow, I wonder why you not married.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you automatically see people and you see they're attractive, you're like, wow, because I know guys are approaching.
Yeah.
But are you showing them away? What are you doing to where they're not staying?
Right.
And it's the same with guys. You only have one chance to make a first impression.
Yeah.
You only have one chance to make a first impression.
Yeah.
And that goes for men and women.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Are we not making the most of their first impression?
I don't know if people really know how to maximize that moment. Think about it. I don't know if we really, and then too, how are we as a society if we base everything off that?
True.
Because are we reducing marriage to just marketing? That's how well you market yourself. And you got people that market themselves very well, and next thing you know, they done took you for a ride.
Oh, they've been in the draws already.
Who you giving the prize too early?
What? But the only reason why I say that though is most of the time we're not on those apps trying to find relationships though. We're not on those. No. People on those apps playing games and they're trying to have some sex.
Well, I think you have a mix. You have people who are there for the right reasons, but because it's social media, it's the internet, you got to filter through or try to filter through people who are out here just playing. They catfishing people and doing all this other type of stuff.
Oh, catfishing.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And they'll build up a whole fantasy and you dating somebody and all this type of stuff. And they not nowhere near who you think they are because they presented something completely different. See, dating apps reward the marketing stuff. That's what dating apps do. But real life is about maturity.
So can we ask the people to give us a brief description? Give us something about dating apps. For those of you guys who've been on dating apps, how's that working out for you? Is it good? Is it working? Or is it pee in the what they say is pee in the dating pool?
In the dating pool got pee in it.
So dating pool got pee and some floaters in it.
Oh man, I just thought about Eddie Murphy. Him and Timmy. He said him and Charlie was in the tube at the time. Never mind. Anyway, but but it's actually they starting to call it a crisis, because men are now, they ain't even wasting the time no more, man. They ain't even trying to. They ain't even putting in the effort no more.
And which is that's really funny, because I just would hate for women to be in a place to where they looking for a relationship and they can't find one, and which is the oxymoron. Women can't find a relationship, which probably means you have passed by some people that were or they in your friend zone that were relationship worthy, and you overlooked them.
You know what the problem is with finding the right person? You overlook that right person because you think it's something better about to come along, right? What they say, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
But what does better mean? Nice looking? Well, money. What is it? What does better look like on dating apps?
Oh man, you don't know, and that's what I'm saying. But it's got to be exhausting for a person to keep swiping right, and going out on these dates, and they just, nothing there. Dr. Selena says, dating apps, I heard, is where you find the representative. She also says, because that's where you see the highlight reels, and once you meet them, you get the bloopers. You get the bloopers.
That's funny.
And that's not the case all the time, but because it's like people don't even know how to be authentic anymore.
No, we're trying to impress you. We had the question about dating. How much money should we spend on the first date? And I said, and I stand by, if you spend more than $100, you're trying to impress her. Yeah. And you're trying to impress her, or you're trying to floss.
Right.
Which is basically the same thing. Because it doesn't take $100 to get to know somebody. Yeah. Because the purpose of the first date is to get to know whether or not we feeling each other or not.
Right.
Before additional monies can be spent.
Exactly. Purpose of the first date is to see if you want a second.
Yes.
See if you want a second.
He said second date.
Right.
Yeah. Second.
Right. See if you want a second. But men being dateable, that's something that we got to take a look at. Are men today, are they actually dateable?
And you know how you can tell, because you can tell by men's conversation whether or not they're dateable or not. You can tell what a man wants with you by the way he's talking to you.
Okay.
If he's talking to you like he's trying to hear him and get you into bed, you need to keep it moving with him, because all he wants to do is
what does that conversation look like? If a man is focused on just trying to get you into bed, how is he coming across?
He's not going to give you anything long term. Everything he talks about is going to be about you. Hey, when can I get with you? When can I see you? When can I get over to the house? When can you get over to my house? It's not going to be nothing about taking you out. Hey, when can I get to know you? What kind of stuff you like? It's not going to be nothing that's going to have anything to do with him really wanting to get to know you.
So a guy trying to get a woman in an intimate setting fast.
If you're trying to hear him get to your house.
If he's trying to get to your house. He's trying to get you to his house.
Yes. He just wants to sleep with you.
So if he said, well, I'm going to cook for you.
Well, you got to cook for me on the second or third date. First date, while I'm trying to get to know you, because, hey, listen, and this is for women's safety and men's safety.
Right.
You don't go to people's house first meet them. Remember, there's too many stories about people getting you over their house and they never hear from you no more.
Right.
So you're supposed to get people out so you can see whether or not they cray or not. Yeah. Because the longer your conversations are with people will show themselves to you. They just have to have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
So more talking is better.
Yeah. But it's got to be hard being overlooked. You talking about guys who done put in the work to get themselves together, you being overlooked. Then you got guys who really not ready. And those are the ones that typically are getting chosen because they've mastered the art of presenting well, but not actually being well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because we talk about males being dateable, and remember, we focusing on people that's dateable leading to marriage, right? You're talking about being emotionally stable. You're talking about having some sense of direction as far as finances go, being consistent. All these types of things is what you're looking for. But how does that come across in a first impression?
Well, all you're really trying to do, man, is navigate through the dating waters. People have issues. People have breakup issues. People have mom issues, dad issues. People have all kind of issues, and you have to navigate that through while trying to figure out who that person actually is behind the issues. You got to look past the issues to try to see, well, first of all, if I can deal with you with these issues. Because the mama and the daddy issues, those tend to stay with you a little longer than what we would like to say.
Well, you got mama and daddy issues, and if you dating in your especially late 30s, 40s, and stuff like that, you may have some baby mama, baby daddy issues.
Yes, you're right.
You're
right. Yes.
So, do we give each other enough grace though? Do people give people grace?
We give the tall, nice looking guy, the light skin, the pretty girl with long hair and eyelashes.
The light skin in again? Light skin back in?
Oh, well. I think we give grace to who we want to give grace to. I think if we feeling them, I saw a girl today that said she don't do no dating. And the lady, the more they talk, she was like, well, yeah, I just slept with him because he was fine. Well, we give grace to the fine.
Yeah.
We give grace to the fine because we just want them in our life or in our bed. So we give grace to people that we want to give grace to. And the rules are for the people that we don't actually.
When do people start getting so shallow in their pursuit though?
We've always been shallow, D. We've always been. This has always been going on. But it's just what appeared now. What in the world women are talking about now? I think it was the dawn of the Hollywood, the housewives.
Oh, the reality TV.
I think reality TV killed the generation. I believe.
Oh man, boy, talking about a show right there.
I think it killed generation.
Yeah,
because
I believe this. I believe reality TV has done a horrible job on the culture, as far as especially with young black men, young black women, young black women especially, because what's being projected, which is not even reality, but they call it reality TV, and then people are trying to match their lives or compare their lives to what they're seeing, and you chasing a false reality, a false ideal.
I couldn't imagine being 25, 30. Trying to keep up with what they were doing on TV. We were having a difficult time trying to keep up with what people around us we knew were doing.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to keep up with the Hollywood with TV stuff.
Right.
Do you know how unrealistic that is?
Yeah.
Now the pressure of you just spending $100 on a day, you can't do that no more because I'm trying to be like them on TV. Now you got to spend $500 or $300. And I told Dee this, and my wife noticed, if I had to spend $200-$300 on Cheryl when we first started dating, we wouldn't have been dating.
I wouldn't have been dating
because I'd have had to put away for that. I'd have had
got a stack for me.
I had to put some money because I ain't had most of we didn't have Selena. I can't stand. But we would have had to put up, and I wouldn't have been able to waste that money like that because hey man, time.
Yeah.
The kids that more young people are dating than older people. I would like to say. They don't have their finances together like that. Most of us got together when we were younger. I do now. I spend money like that now because we got it. But that's not. But that's not where we came
starting
from.
off. Yeah,
that's not where we came from.
So to that point, and to what production is yelling out, and can't nobody hear what they're saying. Should you expect more? If somebody is later on in life, if they in their 40s, should you expect more out of them on a first date or something like that, because by now, you know,
I think and I think we can, and I can agree with that. But I think the problem is, anytime you take a certain amount of money and you move it over a certain level, I think now the dates turn into something else. And I think there's a level of expectation.
Expectation.
If I spend over $150, I'm expecting you got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get and I'm just being as real as I can.
Put in some work.
You got to do. You got to do something, and that way, if you got to spend an amount that you won't think twice about, because I think if you go over $100, once you get into $200-300, you're thinking about that. That's an amount that's being thought about. And I'm simply saying, and I agree, if you got it, and people say it ain't tricking if you got it. No, it's still tricking. It's still tricking. They lying to you, still tricking. I just think to keep the date, to keep everything within reason, I think both people probably need to scale it back. I think it's a good idea for everybody if she's reasonable with what she's ordering and you're reasonable with what you're paying for. I think it just makes it well for everybody. It keeps it scaled back, man. It needs to be reasonable.
Okay.
Because it's not about we're not out here trying to see how much money we can spend. We're trying to see if we vibe it.
What I think that's the problem. I think for a lot of people who really aren't dating seriously, which is who a lot of people running across, they're just trying to see how much money you're willing to spend on them.
Yes.
And it's at that point, it's about what they're presenting to those who are watching them, like social media and stuff like that.
I think we had somebody on, they say they want somebody to take them Nick and Sam. I'm like,
nah,
Nick and Sam. Nick and Sam's is high. And I've been married 99 years. And Nick and Sam's high. I couldn't imagine you wanted me to take you to Nick and Sam and I just met you.
Yeah. Nick and Sam a good time, but you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay for it. Food and everything is good. But now you do have some people that they go to Nick and Sam's on a regular Tuesday.
Yeah, but most of the time, but see,
we live in Dallas, brother.
But you're not gonna ask nobody to take you there. Lies you tell.
Yeah.
So can nobody find more of a budget than you can? So don't tell me about it. I know you'll catch a sale in a minute. Don't tell me that we got to spend $300-400.
Dr. Lena says, think about it. You always bring your best self to the interview in your finest clothes. 7 years in, you go to work in whatever. You trying to get the job. So you got to show up at your best self. You got to show up at your best self. But is the best self really your best self? Or are you just presenting something? Can you actually keep up with what you're presenting?
And it's funny because when we say our best self, to me, when I think about my best self, it's coming behind the curtain, showing you what my flaws are, showing you what some issues, the issues that I deal with, show you how I react when you say something wrong to me, or you keep asking me questions, or we get into an argument or something. That's my bit. That's because that ultimately the worst of me is what the best of me is.
Yeah.
That's why. And I need you to see that part of me, because that's what you're going to decide whether or not you. Because see, relationships are about what you can pull up with and what you can tolerate.
Yeah.
It ain't about what you can hide.
Yeah.
I need to put that on the shirt.
Boy.
It ain't about what you can hide, it's what you can tolerate.
No, you're right. You absolutely.
It's issues that you can, how much of my issues can you tolerate?
What are you willing to put up with?
That part.
What are you willing to put up with? And the issue that people have to understand, you can't judge a man in moments where he's celebrating. You got to judge him in moments where he's been defeated.
Wow.
You got to see who he is and how he shows up when he's taking an L.
Wow. Boy.
Because it's one thing to judge based on the ceiling, but where's the floor? Because that floor may go lower than you willing to go. It may dip a little bit lower than you willing to go. So you gotta, but it takes time to even get around somebody enough to really get that, to observe that.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So you just trying to spend time gathering data. And if you around them enough, you will see moments. You will see moments. But you got to give yourself that opportunity and that chance, though.
It's we don't do enough churching when we dating, bringing him around other people, bringing her around other people, seeing them in relaxed moments, seeing them around people that we know, and vice versa. Because you see people then, you see how people move and how they interact with other people. And we don't do that enough. We want to get her off or get him off, but don't nobody seeing where we keep him hid until we're ready to bring him out.
Yeah, and that could be a red flag too. That could be a red flag. If somebody is purposely keeping you away from people that know them for real, that could be a red flag. I say if you want to get to know somebody, get around their family. Get them around their family, because family typically ain't gonna let you put on this front without calling you out at some point.
I think family is good, but I think churches. I think one of the church gonna keep you and him from hoeing. Church, and that is what holds that. That is what holds that. But one of the things about having a guy, that you're dating, I remember
church. Remember, you had an old boy that was tagging him right and left up in there.
He was doing that. He was tagging him in the church. He was
running through him like water through a screen door.
But that's all they wanted from him. I don't think.
Well, I think that because remember the conflict that happened. I think they wanted more, but he was.
You think he wanted? He couldn't because he was. Brother, you said screen
because they were mad at each other. And y'all like, what are they talking about? had this dude in church, and now there was several single women in the church, and he was I don't want to say predator because you might think I'm talking, but he was out for what he could get. It just happened to be a lot of opportunity to get a lot. So
and they was giving as much as he was trying to get, they was giving. It's as much they fought as it was his.
So we started noticing conflict between women in the church. Dirty looks, bad, talking crazy, all that type of stuff. And come to find out, he's the common denominator. Now, he wouldn't let nobody be seen with him, but they was all messing with him behind the scenes. And he having his way.
He was a security guard. And my wife said, "Don't do that, John." I'm simply saying, I almost can understand if he was $200,000-$300,000. If he was one of them 1% guys,
if he was the bishop or something,
dude, he don't even have to be that. If he was one of the 1% guys, I don't understand. But he was regular Joe.
Yeah, he about 5'8", 5'9".
Regular Joe. regular Joe.
He was a terror.
Oh my God!
To the point we had to sit him down and say, man.
He was such a terror. Man. They had his face for a Halloween mask. Because he was out there.
We had to have a meeting.
Oh my God! Yeah,
we had to have a meeting.
Yes, he was running through him
about it. That's how bad it was.
You say water through a screen? Boy, that's running through him right there. Boy.
So, how serious are you about your dating? Because we got to ask that, how serious are you about your dating? Are you actually dating to get married, or are you dating just so you don't have to spend time by yourself?
And I asked a couple of ladies this at the event we had the other day, and they was wanting to rush to give me the answer. I said, whoa, hold on. Mm-hmm. I need you to think about it, because whatever you say, you will be tested. At least not by me, but you'll be in a relationship with somebody, and that relationship is going to make you go where you don't want to. You're gonna have an instance to where you're gonna have to compromise your values, or you're gonna have to stand with them.
Yeah. And when we talk about women, your standards may protect you, but if your standards get unrealistic, that's the thing that's keeping you from being with anybody. And some of y'all know that. You purposely set these standards unrealistic because
who you don't want.
You want to look like you out here trying to do the work, but you don't really want to. You afraid to actually be in a relationship. All this talk about I gotta be over 6 feet, make 6 figures, all that type of stuff. It's just people trying to avoid what relationships really come with. You gonna have conflict. You gonna have instances that challenge how you communicate, how you see the world versus how they see the. You're gonna have all of this. It just goes with the territory. But people are so afraid to go through stuff that they trying to find something that even if I go through something, at least I'm gonna look good doing it.
And you can't do that. That's not what love and relationships is all about. It's about giving yourself. It's about putting yourself out there.
And that's it. How many people are willing to really put themselves out there? And then if you put yourself out there, what are you putting out? Who are you? Have you actually worked on becoming somebody will say, you know what? I need to lock you down. I need you in my life for real, for real.
And I'm gonna say this, man, and this may be old school, but after I met my wife, I was not ready to be married, but I knew she was wife material. Now think about that. I knew she was out. I was in them streets, boy. Woo! Let me take back the woo. Never Well, wait a minute.
You put it out there now. You put it out there now.
I'm saying it even.
I just thought about you said, listen,
hey, no need.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Well, there you go. Don't throw dirt over me, man. When I said it, I said, "Oh, I can't take that back." But my thinking, my overzealous thinking, I thought when I met Cheryl, who chose to be nameless
after you named her. After you named her.
But when I met her, I knew she was wife material. I knew she was wife material. I knew. I'm like, you know, man, if you're gonna marry somebody, you gonna let this one just get by. And I was like, or you can wait for somebody else to come back around. Now get this, you could wait for something else to come back around, and who knows when that person was gonna come back around.
Yeah,
you got to go through a lot of times you got to go through foolishness.
Yeah,
before that person comes back around. And all I'm saying is, if you conduct yourself like men and women supposed to, you'll recognize and understand when that person comes into your life.
Okay, so let's put this in perspective. Great point. Let's put this in perspective. You and your wife been married, what, 35 years?
It'll be 35 years next month.
35 years next month. 35 years ago, you didn't have the internet and all this type of stuff that you got going on.
And I was a cat daddy. Do you hear me? Oh, boy, I was cat daddy. You hear me? I was about 6'2", 6'3". I had long hair. I had the blue on the. You couldn't tell me nothing.
So you got that shrinking disease.
Oh man, what you talking about? I started out one day, got off without to my height. But no, we didn't have the internet, man. But I knew what I want my wife to be like.
Yeah.
And I saw it in her.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw the girlish quality in her. She looked like their life had ran her through the mud. You know, man, and this is important. You cannot look like or wear around what you're going through. You cannot. You have to find a way to stay humble and stay and keep that girlish quality about you, man. Because when I talk about my wife, that's what I thought about. I said, wow, life hadn't beat her down. Because most of the time we get to women, they wear whatever they go through, and you don't. And man, as a man, you don't want that.
So I'm gonna say it this way. You tell me if I'm right. We say life hadn't beat her down. Life hadn't made her hard to where you couldn't.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's not what we saying. No.
Selena band is big.
I don't know.
Selena is worse.
Today, boy. I think it's the sleep deprivation or something. But and what he's saying is, I think the experiences, I think social media just enhances this so much. The experiences that some women go through today, it hardens them.
Yes.
And men don't want to cuddle with nothing that's rough. We don't want to cuddle with something that's rough. We need something soft to interact with. And if life has hardened, so when you say, you know what I'm saying, she kept life from making her too hard to where you could.
Absolutely.
But put it in perspective, because we talking about dating, you weren't seeing, you saw where you were at that time.
Oh man,
you say y'all was in California.
I was in
when you was in California, you was in California.
Well, when I tell you California ain't nowhere.
I gotta pull you back out of reminiscent land or something.
Oh my God.
and what I'm saying is, we see too much these days.
Oh man. Oh,
social media,
way too much.
Internet. So great inventions, but with everything, you got pluses and minuses. And one of the biggest minuses is you see so much that you don't value what's right in front of you. And so you start to mistake this great opportunity that's in front of you, and you weigh it against opportunities that you ain't really gonna ever have. You just see them.
But tell me the internet don't make it tough for regular folk.
Oh my boy, just regular life. It makes regular life tough for people.
Most people that we see, most people they've talked to are regular people. They not highfalutin. They just regular people. They work, got regular lives. They look regular. They regular people and can make people really happy. But they don't get the opportunity because social media has made you think that everybody's supposed to be a 10. And now you lying, calling yourself a 10, and you know you're not a 10.
And here's the problem. And this is why if you're gonna date somebody, you got to stand on business. Before, when you dated somebody, you just had to worry about the opinions of people that typically knew y'all.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But now you start dating somebody, y'all go on a date and y'all happen to post a picture of y'all together. The world gets to judge. People that don't even know y'all. I can't, man, how he pulled her. I can't believe she with him. Oh, girl, you could do so much. They don't know y'all from Adam, but they start commenting and stuff, and you start paying attention to this, and those people don't know you.
I want to say Kevin on stage said his wife was just what he needed. And in the comments, oh, that sounds like a burden to me. I don't want no man that's gone. I'm like, what? These are single women now.
Right.
What in the world? That's why you don't open your relationship for everybody's comments, because you don't want it. Misery love company, y'all.
For at least the first 3 dates, you need a no phone policy.
Yes.
Right. You need a no phone policy for the first 3 dates. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have your phone on you so somebody can contact you. I'm talking about taking a picture of your food in the restaurant and taking a picture of what you had on, what you dressed in and what he dressed in and all the type of stuff. Keep it off social media, at least because you don't want to have to filter through all of the opinions of everybody who may see your post and comment on your post and try to decide if this person is somebody you really want to be with.
Because if you put me in your relationship, I'm going to be in it. And I'm going to have something to say about everything you do.
Everybody can't handle social media. Everybody can't handle it. One thing we understand, get into content creation, podcasting. When you put your creative stuff out there, everybody gets to have an opinion on it. Everybody gets to have an opinion on it. So you got to learn how to have tough skin and thick skin and just listen for the people who
rooting for you,
who rock with you. But that means I'm still coming in contact with all of this foolishness, and people come from some real bad places, and they start projecting all that stuff off on you. And so it makes it hard. So for at least the first 3 dates, if you're going to date somebody, Don't post nothing. Don't say where you going. Don't say how you getting there. Nothing. And then maybe you can deal with a coffee date. Maybe you can deal with going to Cheesecake Factory on the first date because you ain't telling everybody and everybody ain't got an opinion about it.
You're trying to get to know who this man is.
Right.
Vice versa.
Right. And by that time, you 3-4 dates in, you really can see, you know what I'm saying, who this person is. And you ain't just got all this craziness interfering with what you trying to do.
And I thought about this, man. I need to say this. I need to say this now. It's important, guys, to find people when you're dating that like you. And not in lust with you and trying to get in your pants or trying to, because you look away. It's important. It's because you can tell whether people like dealing with you or not. I had a friend of mine who used to date different women, and what he used to always say is, "Oh, I'm just gonna be here long enough to get in her pants because she's gonna be a headache. She's gonna be," and I'm sure he treated her like it.
Yeah.
And she was a headache, but I'm sure he treated her.
He wasn't
like
after her head.
He wasn't. No, he was not.
Okay. What is going on in this place this evening? Oh my goodness.
So when you used to be in the
and I ain't whispering either. This is blurred out. You know
all right. We're gonna
have to get an extra camera to pan.
We gotta get security. We gotta get security where we gotta get.
We ain't nobody telling them what you said. You tripping.
Yeah, find somebody like you, man. I think that's too many times we're reaching and the woman really ain't feeling you. You know she's not feeling you. So now you're trying to make her feel you with money or vice versa. When the guy really not into you, pay attention to. He's really not into you because believe this though, guys, somebody is.
Yeah.
Somebody feeling you, somebody digging you.
Yeah.
Be around people that want you around.
Right. And people you can bring around other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But you got to ask yourself, are you filtering for compatibility or are you looking for just to boost your status? Are you trying to boost your status with people, especially people who don't know you? You trying to get more likes. And some people judge that by that. They put a picture out there and they sit and wait to see how many likes they get. And if they don't get enough likes, they put that off on the person that they went on a date with. It's crazy.
If you're trying to get likes though, then dating is not the place for you if you're trying to get likes. If you're trying to get likes, don't do that to him. The worst thing you can do when you send across somebody on a date, or the first date actually, is pull out your phone.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Taking snapshots of your plate, taking snapshots of the restaurant and all this other type of stuff. Whether he take you to the most expensive place or take you to a coffee shop, don't post at all for the first 3-4 dates. Don't post at all. If you actually serious about trying to find somebody to be with, don't post at all.
And if women are asking you to pay crazy amounts for babysitters and bringing their kids and stuff, pay attention to the signs, man. They don't want to date you. Yeah. Because we don't do this. We don't do this who we want. Yeah, they want to date your wallet. They don't want to date you.
Yeah.
We do this to people that we really don't want to be fooling with, to be honest.
Right. Because our standards are all over the place. But do standards reflect values or do they reflect status? What are your standards reflecting? Your actual values are reflecting the status that you're trying to uphold or you trying to get to. Because values is where everything falls apart. And I think that's one of the things that reality TV, social, they've hurt the values that people used to hold that would, actually make for a good relationship. It's ruining stuff now. Because people are dating for lifestyle. They're not dating for marriage. They're dating for lifestyle. Who flew, trying to get flued out, trying to take you on vacations. How you going on vacation and you just meet somebody? How are you going on a vacation and you just meeting somebody? I think my wife came across a couple. It's like they first date and they was on vacation.
You setting the bar real high.
They was with Grand Cayman. You said Grand Cayman, and they came across a couple. It was their first date.
She probably wouldn't.
And the first date was a vacation.
She probably wasn't even feeling them like that.
She wasn't. He done took her all the way on this vacation
to find out. She ain't really feeling them.
She ain't really feeling it.
I bet I. Is it time for the?
You try to hit them final thoughts pretty quick, huh?
but think about that though. Think about that. You taking somebody on a trip and spent hundreds thousand, maybe a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
To find out she ain't really digging you.
Yeah.
You could have did that at the coffee shop.
Right.
You could have found out you already knew she wasn't digging you. Thus, I'm finna show you my wallet.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was an Instagram chicks.
I'm finna show you
posting on Instagram and all this time. He got opportunity
to be with her.
Now pressure on him. I think it was like a lawyer or something too, but pressure on him is, oh, I gotta impress, bruh. You don't know who she is, but outside of them cameras, you got people who.
You're right.
It was some lady. She posting about her life being so great and stuff, and she's sleeping on somebody's couch.
Because life be life and like that. Life, like yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Life will do that.
But people aren't gonna be real about what life is actually doing. And here you are trying to find somebody to be with for a long-term relationship or in even marriage. The chances of you not running into who that person really is, if you're gonna be the one, are slim to none. You're gonna run into who that person really is. And trust me, there are some cats out here who can put it on. They can put on a great show for you for a long time if you are blinded by all the material stuff, all the flash and all. You get blinded by that stuff and you never really see them.
Do you look back on that after you come back? After you coming back from the trip and she don't call you no more? You feeling some kind of way about it? Because you got back from the trip and was like, hey, when can I come by and see you? She's like, let me check my calendar.
And listen, women, if a man spend that type of money on you, whether he flew you out, whether he took you on a vacation and all of this, he has expectations of you. Let's be real.
You come in the room and go ahead. What you got that blend on?
He has expectations, and if you think somebody doing all this just because you look good,
you lying to yourself. You lying to yourself.
Please don't put yourself in a compromising position like that. Do not do it. Don't do it to yourself. Are you actually dating material? Talking about dating for marriage in this crazy internet social media world. It's tough.
It is that.
It's tough. But final thoughts. What you got for the people, man?
Final thoughts. My final thought for this evening is, man, I reflect back on the conversation that I was having with someone on Saturday. And again, they were regular people. It wasn't nothing that was really flamboyant about them. They were just regular people. They were regular like I am. And too many times, I believe regular people get caught in a cycle to where people are not looking for regular people. Everybody, and we got this word, well, I don't want to settle. Well, fool, I think people need to understand what settling actually is. Settling is somebody that you think is beneath you. Most of the time, people are where we are higher. Most of the time, but we don't give people the chance. And I'm making a plea to my regular people. Regular people, we need to find each other. Y'all need to find each other. Regular people. Yeah, honey, you know I ain't talking about you, us, and we, but we need regular people. Y'all need to find each other. I think it's a lot of regular people out there that's looking for love, and unfortunately, I think they're on the internet looking for it. Y'all get off that internet and go to some places and meet some regular folk like yourself. And that's my final thought.
You have to understand that reality will always have a tough time competing against fantasy. And people now have the opportunity to project fantasy in how you see them on social media. The problem is that's how we are meeting people. That's how we're finding people. It's almost to the point that we don't even know how to organically meet people anymore. Remember seeing this young couple. They were out on a date. They were kids, but they didn't look up the whole time and actually talk to each other. They were on their phone texting the whole date. The whole date. And electronics and everything, they're starting to replace real human connection, because real human connection requires work that most people are not willing to put in. And if you're not willing to put in the work, you can't expect to have a relationship or have anything that's worth having. You just gonna get the run of the mill thing that everybody else has, but as long as you can project it like it's the greatest thing, if that works for you, that's fine. But is that gonna keep you warm at night? Is that gonna see about you when you got to have a procedure done and somebody walk in there with you and make sure you fed, make sure you taken care of, make sure you got your medicine and all that other type of stuff, especially when you get older in life? Is it gonna do all of that for you? So maybe it's worth the work you got to put in. And that's my final thought.
Ooh, because ain't nothing like them asking, you here by yourself?
When it's cold outside.
You here by yourself or you got to ride home?
Boy.
I'm going to call the
Uber. Uber drop you off on the curb.
Sure do.
They ain't going to get you in the house and make sure you good.
And spin off.
Better too. Mm-hmm. All right, people, we appreciate y'all. We're going to catch y'all. Debbie Smith said, great job, guys. Enjoy it. Happy birthday, Debbie.
Happy birthday.
We're going to see y'all next time. Peace out.
Be blessed.